Right? I didn't realize I was going to hit record or Joel was going to hit
I
record that
gotcha.
quick, but it is 8 o'clock on the dot and we wanted to get started. It is month end, you guys. I am so excited. I am Stephanie Dunn, number one earner, been with the company 12 years, and I am more excited than ever before on how simple this system is for you guys to just get and then even do it again. And I am super pumped because we came off a fall conference and we have an amazing guest coming on that is already, you guys, got her Christmas cash. I don't know, maybe she's got her second one now too, but she's going to share a little bit of how she did that. I don't want you guys to think overwhelmed. It really is. Get your 4 customers and 1 distributor and do that 3 times, help those people, and you will have that Christmas cash. So I love that. We can earn it once, but we can also earn it as many times as possible. So I'm going to pull on Ashley. Ashley, are you there?
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. So I'm excited. Of course, she always says yes to me. So I love that she's always like, yeah, I'll jump on. And you guys, she's so willing to share with everyone. And I am so grateful for her leadership and what she stands for on willing to know to help you guys, that there's plenty of fish in the sea for everyone. And that's, I know that is her goal for you guys. Her wish for you is to have that Christmas cash in your pocket too. But you guys, let's say congratulations to her in the chat. She got her Christmas cash already. So that's so exciting. How does that feel, Ashley, to already have that done first off?
It feels really good, but guys, I just want to encourage you to not let what I tell you, don't allow yourself to compare yourself to what I've been doing. And I know we're going to talk more about it, but it's just been like a huge mindset shift over the past 2 months. And so when all of this stuff came out, it's like I was already in the mindset for this and ready for this and been preparing for this for 2 months. So if you have yet to even hit your first cycle, don't stress out because we have so much time to do that. But accomplishing it is just your goal by the end of November, and it's just going to be a work in progress. But there's a lot of steps that I've taken that I've changed, and so I'm excited to just kind of dive into that with you guys too.
Yeah, we want to hear that. So you guys write that down. I hope that you have your paper, pencil, your notes on your phone, ready to take notes, and then ready to apply that. So I love that she shared, you guys. She had been working on her mindset for the last couple of months. And let everybody know, Ashley, you're a wife and a mama of a pretty new baby. So walk us through what rank you are, how long you've been in. Like I said, you're a mama of 2 little ones. Let them know that. And then what was it that helped you with that mindset? What did you do?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I didn't get to say it, but thanks for having me on. I'm super excited. My husband is also doing bedtime and bath time and all the things right now. So if we hear screaming kids, just ignore it. But my name is Ashley 𝓢𝓮𝓻𝓲𝓾𝓼. I have been a part of It Works for 6.5 years. I joined when I was 19 years old and I'm 26 now. And it's so crazy to think, that it's been that long. I joined because I had just dropped out of college and I saw my cousin posting about it on Facebook. I didn't know anything. I was like, can I be a customer and a distributor? I had no idea, but I wasn't that kind of person who asked a lot of questions. I just jumped in because I literally needed something. I thought if I could make a few $100s, that would be great. But initially I did go into it thinking I want this to be a career because I just didn't know I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And I figured if this could work, then that would be great. But what's funny is that I joined, but I didn't do anything for 8 months because I cared so much about what people thought about me. I was 19, I was young, and just with a lot of insecurities, just thinking I didn't think I had the personality for this. I didn't think that I deserved to be successful. And so honestly, when I decided to jump into this, I kind of just was like, I have to stop caring what people think about me. I have to realize that if someone else has done this and has been successful, then I can be too. And it took me 6 months to go diamond, but then I was at diamond. I tell people this all the time. I was at diamond for 25 months before I ever went double. I was stuck, and it was just because I cared about myself so much that I didn't have an open heart for other people. And I realized for me to get to double and to triple and to presidential and even pushing forward from here on out, I have to have a servant heart, and I had to care about other people more than I care about myself. And that's just kind of, how everything's been. I have a 2.5-year-old and a 5-month-old. Went presidential last year, and I'm just working towards not necessarily like a rank. I'm just really looking to just pull up those leaders and the people who have been completing their 4-in-1, and just really focusing on, being intentional with the time that I do have, being willing to change the things that I've done in the past to be able to make this work for me. And I was talking to someone last week. I was like, this new, bonus program like is so great, but honestly, not everyone's going to achieve it, because a lot of people, their mindset's holding them back. A lot of people are like, using excuses, and a lot of people are just doing the same thing that they've done for the past few years. And you have to be willing to switch it up to be able to make this work for you. But over the past 2 months, I've just been really honestly in like a place of, so if you've heard me say this, I'm sorry, because I say it so much. But for the past, 3 years, for the first 6 months of the year, I've always been in the top 130. It's been like 131, 139, 134. And it's like, because that's the only thing that my mind like wanted. All I wanted to be was in the top 150. And I never thought I could scratch the surface of anything else. And I just realized that for me to do like to get to that next level of what are top 100 or top 75, like I have to have a crystal clear vision, and I have to start realizing what do I want, and realizing that what I was doing wasn't serving me. So there's a lot of things that I had to switch up, but I've just been in such a mindset of like, I want more and I can have more, and God wants me to have more, and I have to do things for him. And when I, decide that he gets the glory, and I don't care about, the recognition and, those things, sure, those things feel great, but it's not going to be around forever. And so once I just kind of like was like, I need to let go of that. I need to focus on like who I am. What do I want out of this? How do I want to impact people's lives? When I die, people aren't going to be like, oh, Ashley's the presidential. People are going to say like the impact that I made on their life, or the impact that I didn't make on their lives. And so I think that, over the past 2 months, it's just been a lot of reflection on maybe the things I've done wrong over the past 6 years, the things that I've done right, my skills that I do have that are great qualities, but things about me that aren't really great, and so just reflecting on who I am, and then just having that mindset of pushing forward. And I know exactly what number I want to be in the company. I know exactly what I want my paycheck to be. And that was a mindset that I, have been creating over the past few months. And I truly believe that that's allowed me to earn my Christmas cash, and I want to continue to earn it. And I'm going to earn it multiple times. And so, but I just want to, move forward with that humble heart, and just, fix the things that I need to fix.
So Ashley, if somebody's like, okay, my mind isn't right, this is speaking to me, what was it? Did you read a book? Were you listening to a podcast? Like, what was that moment that you had? Because you remember that. I know you do. Like, what was it for you that like, I'm just writing this down, and this, am I doing this? Like, walk us through that moment.
So I went to a leadership retreat in Arizona, and they had Ashley. She's like a life coach. And she talked about, like, what's your map? What's the thing that holds you back? And like, for me, it's like comparison. My business grew a lot more when I didn't have kids. Let's just be honest. Like, I had bigger paychecks and I didn't have kids. And then I had to have that realization with myself that once I became a mom, I put myself on the back burner. It wasn't my kid's fault. It was my fault, because I stopped doing self-development. I stopped having that like childlike faith and believing in myself. And so what I just decided to do is do what I used to do. And I used to say my affirmations out loud every single day. It would never be a day that would pass I would do that. I would, sit in silence and read a book. Sometimes we have to understand that if we're listening to a sermon, maybe that's not serving us, and maybe we need to read a book, or maybe if the book's not serving us, we need to switch and, listen to a podcast, or, just being willing to switch those things up. And so the main thing for me was just like sitting here in silence and just asking God, like, what do you want for me? Like, what is my purpose here? And like, where do you want to take me? And that came from my phone being off and just sitting in silence. And the book Present Over Perfect, or maybe Present Not Perfect, I don't know, somebody probably knows. That was really, really big for me. And it just kind of opened my eyes to a lot of things. And then just really the affirmations. And I don't have like, I got them all off of Google, and I just typed in affirmations about being a mom, affirmations about leadership, and affirmations about success. And I, wrote down the ones that caught my eye, and I've been saying them every single day. And then I end it with a few goals. Like I said, the number that I want to be and the income that I want to have. And it's just allowed me to just realize that there's so much more that I want. But so many times we just get really caught up in you know, and even you guys at the island are saying a third of your time in your self-development, a third of your time in your business, and a third of your time building new. And I was like, I don't do that. I can do self-development for 20 minutes, work my own business for 6 hours, and then maybe spend like 5 minutes saying something inspiring in my team chat. And so that's something I had to change, and just really like listening to the people who are where I want to be. And that's just kind of what's been working for me. But I mean, the affirmations I feel like is the biggest thing.
That's huge, you guys. I'm so glad she said that. She Googled it. Like sometimes we don't realize what's at our fingertips. If we just take the time just to Google things, it's right there for us. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, making sure you are speaking it, because the power, it's life or death in the tongue. So what are you speaking? So if you're thinking something completely, if it's something like yucky, don't think it, start speaking what you want, so that that overcomes the yuck. Like it seems so weird, but when you start speaking it, when you start saying what you want, God hears that loud and clear, and it's going to start happening. So I love that. What a great reminder. So I am getting Christmas cash. I am going to help people get healthy with these products. I know that they work, and I can't wait to talk to so-and-so. So start speaking those things like before you go to bed. Thank you, God, for bringing the person tomorrow that I need to talk to about changing their life, giving them the opportunity. You just have to be willing to go do those things. So getting that mind right and then moving forward. And you guys, I have to give something else that she didn't say is Ashley shows up to everything. She doesn't talk negative about people. She has never done that. She's always been so willing, like I said, to share and willing to grow and accept the things that look at things like, oh, I could grow here. And that's what she's willing to do. So take that moment to be like, nobody's perfect, you know, but we can still grow and learn from those moments. So I just want to thank you, because you're always showing up. Like she's constantly texting me. Like you guys know that when you text me, I love that. So she's like, just, we need to hang out. I miss you. And I miss her too, because those are the type of people that I want to be around, people that are just inspiring and hungry for more. And they're doing it for the right reason. So make sure that you guys understand that. So when the 4-in-1 came out, you got your mindset, you were ready to roll, and you started. So when you started, I already know a little bit, like she's already been in the process, you guys. She's really consistent with stories. She's live on there. She's doing the things. So what are some things for you when you got your 4-in-1? How did those happen? Was it host to post? What did you reach out? Like maybe you had a following, like how did you get your first 4-in-1?
So all the customers came from host to post and like, you know, product posts that are on my wall. And that's pretty much how I still get all of my customers. Sometimes people reach out to me from Instagram, but not as much as people used to. And I will say, I mean, their distributors still to this day, people have asked me like, where are they coming from? And it's because I can't stop talking about it. Like majority of them are people who have came to me who have been watching me for a really long time, and people see how passionate I am about it. And it's not just like a graphic that I'm putting out there, you know, like there had been, and I haven't done it because I need to, but I'm like, I don't really want to talk about it anymore because I don't want any more distributors right now. But it's like, I have just been talking on my story, and like people can see my heart, you know, like there's a difference between just saying, oh, like you can do this, this, and this. Like I love the friendship side of this, and people can see like how, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna cry. I've been emotionally unstable since being with Rachel's team in Tennessee. But people can see how much I love this. And it's like, I love leadership. I love pouring into people. I love the friendships, and I've gotten so far, like I've gotten so far away from that the past few years, because I don't know, I can get them the 6 customers and I can do it on my own. And I didn't have to lead somebody because I could do it on my own, because I was a mass customer enroller and a mass distributor enroller. But what I found is that I didn't have duplication. And I knew that I knew I needed this. And this has seriously been something that I've needed for so long. And so when it was announced to us, I just kept hyping it up, even in my team. I didn't want to tell anybody on my team because I wanted them to hear it from, you know, the diamond phone. I wanted them to hear it through the announcements. And so it's just been such a breath of fresh air, and people can just sense that energy that I have around it. And I truly just feel so grateful that this has happened. And I've told people so many times, if you're not excited about it, then like, that's your problem. But like, you need to be excited about it. And you have to understand the way that this can change our entire company forever. And I think that people can just feel that from my stories. And so I've just been talking to my stories about it in my post, and then distributor host to post is where the distributors are coming from. And I know I said it today, I'm a broken record, but not everybody's heard this. So don't hate me if you've already heard it. I've been getting every single person on the phone. When someone reaches out to me, I may send them a little information, but then I'm saying, can I get you on the phone to talk more about it? It could be a 10-minute call. It could be a 30-minute call. I've had a 45-minute call and she hasn't signed up, but what I realized is that I can't make excuses for this to work for me. I have to do something different. And honestly, it was hard because I've been someone who, I work my business through social media. I don't pick up the phone. I never have. Maybe if someone asked me, then I would, but I was never that person before someone signed to get them on the phone. And so what I'm loving about getting these people on the phone is that I can explain to them how to get started. It's so easy. It's only $149. And then immediately you're going to think of a friend who wants to sell with you. When you get your one friend to get started and you get 4 customers, you're going to make your money back immediately. And then all you have to do is teach that to your one friend. And I say, and actually I'll teach it because you'll be brand new and you don't know how to do it. And we'll have 3-way calls and we'll have 3-way group chats, and I'll teach you exactly what to do. And it just is so easy. Like, it's so simple. And I'm spending less time, seriously, because I may be on the phone with someone for like 45 minutes, but I'm not spending 45 minutes sending up follow-up messages to people. Like, we got to get away from the messages and the scripts and be able to pick the phone up. What's going to happen if you can't even pick up the phone to call them? What's going to happen when they're down and they sign up and they don't want to do it because someone quits on them or someone tells them it's a scam? You have the confidence you can pick up the phone and call them and be like, look, I'm your friend now. You trusted me. You got to let me walk you through it. And it's really hard. Like I said, I'm at home with my kids, and it's not every day is perfect, and not every day do I want to get on a phone call with someone, but I just decided that I have to do something different. And so that's what I've been doing.
I love that because a lot of you've talked to me on the phone. So I love that it's that relationship part. It's them trusting you. And we know if we can get that through to them, the trusting part, they're gonna start doing the things that you're gonna start sharing. So Ashley, I'm getting a lot of people private messaging me. My phone's blowing up. Like, okay, do you host a post on Instagram? Like, where are you doing the host a post? And it's interesting because I love this because she's doing distributor host to post, and that's not me. And I love that because this might work for you guys. I can convert a customer to a distributor. Like, I just know that's my strength in something. So I love that you shared this. So we're always learning, right? So can you share, if somebody's strength is in Instagram for host to post, do you convert them over to Facebook, or are you having them do it on Instagram?
So I do all my host to post on Facebook. I don't do host to post on Instagram. I just feel so confident in my Facebook host to post. Now, if I were to post about a giveaway on Instagram, what I would do is just have them add me on Facebook and have them post on their Facebook, because none of the people that follow me on Instagram are my Facebook friend. And so I'm having every single person who does a host to post for me, it's all going to be through Instagram through Facebook. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is that a lot of people that I've talked to this past month say, I don't do distributor host posts. Like, I don't like that, but why not? And it's like, I've been doing one that's it's like not the like that white or that colored background, like looking for an extra income or whatever. It's one that I did right before COVID hit, when I went from being paid as a diamond to presidential in 4 months. And I was like, why did I stop doing that? I don't know why. I don't know. I just stopped doing it. And so I just decided I'm going to dive into this. And that's what most of my host to posts have been this month, is giveaway and potential distributor. And I'll send it to you exactly what it is. And it's funny because a girl on my team this whole month, she's been struggling to get her one. And just today she got her one, and it was through host to post. And it's just cool to, see how we got to be willing to switch things up. And so that's basically what I've been doing with the host to post. And then when they text me, because they're going to text me, I give them a little bit of information. Then I say, can you get on the phone? So
I love that, you guys. Everybody's gonna be doing host to post for the DT, because I feel like that's where some people are like, okay, what do I do? And it's like, don't panic. You're gonna get it. Have that confidence that you can get these up and things will start to happen. You guys, really, Ashley's kept it pretty simple. I think that's the thing, is having that mindset right, believing that you can do it, surrounding yourself around, making sure that you're asking, getting them on the phone. It's going to feel kind of weird if you're not a phone person, but you're going to be so glad that you got them on the phone. I think it's way easier than texting or scripting. And a lot of you are always like, can you just get me a script? I'm not a scripty person, but I know that I can get somebody on the phone and walk them through, and you can hear and guide them through their fears, because you know there's going to be obstacles. And so when you're talking to them, you can be like, oh no, this is how I handle this. This is how I've gone through it. So I think that that's been a great, helpful tool for a lot of people. I'm hearing that they're like, I'm getting them on the phone and training them. So,
and can I say something else off of that?
Oh yeah.
I feel like when I get them on the phone, I can give them like a realistic expectation of what's required. Like, honestly, for the past 2 years, I've just been like, post cute pictures and post on your, like, just, it's so easy to just want to sign somebody just to sign them. But when I get them on the phone, like, I can go over host to post if they ask me how they're going to get customers. And I can go over how you're going to post every day. I can go over how you need to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to message people. And we focus on attraction marketing. And I explain those things because I think it's important for people to know that. And that's why I sent 8 distributors this month, and every single one of them I've actually like been in contact with still every single day. Like, they're talking to me, and it's because before they signed up, they knew exactly what they had to do. And I didn't try to like beat around the bush. I just told them exactly what they needed to do. And I said, if you want to do this, I'll teach you how to do it, but you're not, you actually have to allow me to walk you through it every single day. And so I'm giving them things to post. And I think that's the most important thing is, like, in the past, when I've signed a distributor, I would be, and this is just, it's sad to say, but it's like, it's in the team page. You can go to the team page, or it's in the Pinterest board, or it's in the boards, or it's in the document. Like, figure it out yourself. And honestly, that's not going to get me anywhere. And obviously hasn't gotten me anywhere over the past 2 years. And so what I've just decided to do is just be like, hey, I'm going to send you something to post today. Hey, put this up on your story. And with each person, it's like a day by day, this is what you're going to post, this is what you're going to do. And I'm not, sending them or tagging them and stuff in pages and like pre-recorded, like post to post trainings, or pre-recording how to follow up with people or how to add to your network. Like, it's just right then and there. And that's through voice message, or even if they don't understand it, picking up the phone and just kind of going over it, or even just doing a random like pop-up training with them once they do get started, if they don't understand post to post through texting or voice message. So just taking that next step with them, because I think it's really easy to assume people know exactly what to post just because we do. So what I've decided to do is, like, when I know I need to post about a product, it puts it in my head, like, not only do I, but I need to send it to the 8 distributors that sign. They need to post about a product. And then when I post on my store, I'm like, oh yeah, they also need to as well. So, and then before you know it, they'll get in the hang of it. But not everybody's just going to do it just because it's there, and maybe they don't even know how to access everything. Like, maybe we think they do.
And I think that's a lot of it. And people don't want to say what they don't know, because if they don't know, they're like, oh, I'm embarrassed to say I don't know. So if we're just like, hey, I just put this post up, it's really working for me, do that. I'd love to give them an interaction post or jumpstart them. So you sign your first distributor up. Are you sending them the host to post? Like, here's the message to reach out. Like, okay, you're going to message 20 people right now. Hey, can I ask you a question? And then are you getting them to get those, if somebody says something, here's a post to share on their wall? Is that what you're doing?
So it's been kind of different with each person. So I will say the first post they make on their wall is just a gummy post. Like, I would have someone post about the gummies as a host to post. They're just making that their initial post. And that's how a lot of my girls have gotten their first few customers. And then some of them have, well, all of them, even if they post that, I'm having them reach out to their friends and family. But when they reach out to their friends and family, I'm having them make a list of like people that they think would become a customer, and then people they think would become a distributor. And like my girl Alexis today, she sent me like a list of like 5 people that would become a distributor, and there was like 40 people that would become a customer. I was like, I encourage you to at least get like 5 or 10 more people, pull them out of that customer list and get them into the distributor list of people potentials. And so there's a message that, and I can send it to you, or someone on my team has it, or if I've sent it to you, you can put it in the chat. And it's basically saying like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but like, I'd love to, you to do this with me and make an extra income. And that is allowing that conversation. And then if they don't want to become a distributor, they can become a loyal customer. Mm-hmm. And when they have a potential distributor, not every single person wants to get on the phone, but I do encourage them, like, let's get them on a Zoom really quick, and 10-minute Zoom. So I'm doing a lot of 3-way. I've never done this stuff, guys. And that's why I'm like seriously so excited about this, because I'm seeing the change. and, you know, leaders on my team stepping up and having their own calls and being able to be like confident that they could have a three-way call with their new DT and their potential. And so when one of my girls has a potential distributor, like I'll say, you know, send a little bit, you know, we all have like that first message, like the company pays us, you know, we post on, you know, we work through Facebook and Instagram, blah, 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 blah. And then I just say, ask them if they'd like to get on a 10-minute FaceTime. So that's how two of my girls got their friend. So I have I have four people who, you know, have gotten their cycle, and two of them signed their spouse and that was their friend. And then the other two were their friend, like really their friend. So it's like, it made me feel confident that I wasn't just signing people to sign their spouse, you know, like, sure, that's encouraged. I'm grateful that my husband's a distributor, but I also am really excited because two of them did get their friend, you know, and that was because they sent out the message. We got on a three-way call, and then one of their friends had their friend on a Zoom. So it's just taking that next step and just going out of even my comfort zone and getting on a call with someone I've literally never talked to before. And then when we end the Zoom, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to hop off and you can go ahead and get her signed up. And then they just do it right there on the Zoom.
I love that. You guys don't be afraid of it's three-way messages on Facebook, three-way text, or three-way call. Like there's somebody that's going to help you. And that's the beautiful thing about this is we're getting back to like helping. And I'm hearing Ashley say all this. I'm like, that's exactly what I did when I first joined is we got in front of people in parties, or I'm just like, who do you know that I need to help talk to with you? Like they may not know, but I know all the things and I'm confident in that. So you may be on this Zoom, the confident one, and who on your team can you help? Don't be there. We're waiting for that moment of like, okay, shoot me over. Who can I talk to with you? And maybe you've been in a while and you feel like you're rusty or something. You just like, hey, can you walk me through a conversation? Can you be on this three-way message or text or call with me? And we're probably going to say yes, because we want people to get that cash.
Yeah, and I've even told my leaders, like, don't let your pride get in the way. You know what I'm saying? To where you can't even like get on a call with me. I don't care if you're a double diamond. Like I will still get on a call with you and your potential, because maybe there's a problem if you just don't have your one distributor yet, you know? And it's not a rude thing, but I'm just saying, don't be afraid to reach out, because you can still learn so much. And then you can take that one call and then you'll know exactly what to say to that next person.
Yep. So it's month end, you guys. You're want to get that 4 and the 1. So I would say, like, just be like a new person. Like Ashley just said, who do you know that could be a customer for you? Don't be afraid to ask them. Like write those lists down. Maybe they've changed. Have you gone through your phone and actually asked those people? Like those are the things that when you're kind of uncomfortable and you want something so bad, you're going to be doing those things. And I appreciate, I don't know if you caught what Ashley said, is she still does attraction marketing. She still does all the things, but she's getting her customers by asking and doing the host to post. So she's not afraid to do that. And I sometimes think that people think in other networking that they don't reach out to people. And there's a point in time where sometimes you need to do that. And you're still doing all of the things, but it's okay to ask people, because I was one of those people that I wish somebody would have asked me, because I would have done it like I was looking. And so there's those moments where it's okay, though you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So make sure that you know that, make sure that they know that they have the support. You have an amazing team. You guys know that there's always Zooms. There's so much available for training, and Google's at our fingertips that we've made it super simple. And then asking them like, hey, how much money do you want to make? If it's $500, you guys, it's getting your 4 and 1 and teaching that one person to do that. If you add up the volume, that's really not a whole lot of volume to make $500. Like that is what's blowing my mind. I was just on the phone before we started this Zoom tonight, walking them through that. And they're like, how much sales do I have to add? I'm like, well, if I add this up, really, it's not that many sales. It's more about just focusing on your 4 and 1. I don't know how they're paying it out. I don't care. I'm excited that they're paying that much out. Like that's exciting, this new Fast Start program that they've got. And then to even add that bonus on top of it. So I'm excited. Everybody is wanting to see these messages. Ashley, I know it's probably something super simple. She'll probably just
text them to you.
Text
them to you.
And then I'll get those out, leaders. If you're like, help, I don't have that, or I'm not on a page, just reach out to me. I kind of know who I can send them out to, they'll get them out to their team. And you can switch it up to make it a little bit of your own, you guys. I always like to do that, just to switch a couple of the words so that it's that. So she'll send over that distributor host to post. You guys, if Instagram is your strength, don't be afraid to message them or say, hey, I'm doing a giveaway, whatever that is, if it's Disney, if it's cash or whatever your team is doing, put that through your story or Instagram, but then say, okay, would you just mind throwing this up on your Facebook? What's your Facebook? Let's get connected there. So you're just really cross-pollinating, and now you're going to be able to get into their friends list on Facebook that they may not even have on Instagram. So it just opens up whole new doors. So I'm glad. I knew that's what you were probably doing if you were doing the Instagram, but it's good for people to hear that. Anything else that you can think of that I'm missing? I think that's.
I mean, something that I've also been doing is just like really asking God to like bless my business and bless my host to post, and like those little things that we feel like are like simple. God cares about those things. And it's been such like a breath of fresh air to, know that when I ask out of like the goodness of my heart, that God will do that for me, and that he will bless my host post, and he'll bless the people that are coming into my business. And like it says in the Bible, like you don't ask that, like the door's not basically going to be open for you. And I think about where I was like 3 years ago before I had kids. Like my business was so great, but also like I had like a really strong relationship with God because I was brand new in my faith, and I thought everything was going to be perfect and everything was going to be rainbows and butterflies, and I just had childlike faith. And that's why I ask for every day to continue to have that faith, to continue to ask God to continue to bless my business, ask God to bless my host to post, and asking God to bless the people on my team. And it just makes a difference when you're just asking. And when I think about asking every single day about my paycheck that I want in December and exactly what number I want in the company, it's not for me. I don't want it for me. I want it because if God gave me the vision 2 months ago, I'd like to see it come to pass for him to get the glory. And that's just kind of like where I've been and like the mindset that I've been. And I just truly don't believe that it's a coincidence that the whole Christmas cash thing like is here already. I completed it. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying, oh, I completed it, look at me. It's just God just used me. And if God can use me, he can use you too. You just have to be bold and ask and take that step and just ask because you know that your heart needs it, not because you want to shout it out and your flesh wants it. So
I love that, you guys. We're going to keep this short and sweet so you guys can get to work, get those host to posts up. Like that's the other thing is some of you, like I'm texting, you're like, okay, I messaged a couple people. You may need to message 50 people. So don't think a couple people, because we don't know that number that it's going to take. And that's a lot of cash to go after, and the right person will come along. We don't know which one that's going to be. So be encouraged by the amount of work that you're doing, because you just never know when those seeds are going to pop up and be like, okay, I'm ready. They're watching, you're planting them. And that's what God wants you to do, is he wants you to do the planting, and he will reward the right people with that. So know that you're doing all the right things. I enjoyed conference so much. I hope that you guys understand that this is leading up to so much more for us. Like I am a bigger vision person. So I know the impact that this is going to have, not only short term, but long term coming into the new year. So I can't hardly sleep because I'm just so excited. I don't know if anybody else is, but if you're excited, drop I like Ashley, like 734 in the comments. Like I am just so pumped because it's been made so simple, and we just got to put in the work and make that happen. I cannot wait to celebrate you. Here's the thing. Maybe you're just short this month. We get to try it again next month. So there is not anything that, do all the work, go for it, try to get that done. But we know that we're going to make sure that we're going to do everything that we can for you guys to get that Christmas cash and have an amazing Christmas. So you just got to put in the work. So I appreciate you, Ashley. I saw some texts coming through, so I will get you guys these messages. Have an amazing month end. Don't be afraid to reach out to your upline. Make sure you're teaching and sharing along with those new distributors what you are doing daily. That's what I heard from her is, hey, here's a post that I'm doing. Hey, here's a message 20 people, 30 people this right now. Like make sure that you guys are doing that. If you have to, we're going to put this back up so you can rewatch it, because Ashley talked really fast. I like that because I'm a fast talker too, but she talks so fast, but I think it's because she's excited, you guys. I think you could see that and feel that from her. So I love you. I appreciate all of you. We're going to have a blessed month end, blessed night, blessed every single day. And I can't wait to celebrate you. So have an amazing night, you guys, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.